Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good afternoon and happy Father's Day to each and every one of you. I hope you're excited about being an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. Wow. So the market is bleeding for sure. Now, you guys know that this channel is mostly dedicated to XRP, but we do dedicate and talk about a lot of the cryptos in this space, big time. Big fans of projects like RSR and Algo, Hedera Hashgraph, you name it, Anchor, right? And so we like to say that we talk about the entire digital asset space. And we have been, as of late, talking a lot about DeFi for sure. How do you make money every single day despite what's going on in the market? How can we increase our revenue without being dependent upon the ebbs and flows and ups and downs of the market, right? We don't want to be market dependent. We want to be market independent, right? So, but I did want to cover an interesting article today with you guys for sure. A lot of news is coming out about this, alleged, supposed thing with Clayton and Hinman and the Alibaba company and mining in China. It's looking really, really, really dicey. And you know what they say, when there's smoke, there's fire. So we're going to cover that article for sure. And I'm just doing this live for you guys on Facebook here. I have not actually gone live on YouTube, but I did want to share this with the Facebook family for sure. So we'll go over the market a little bit. It's definitely bleeding. It's bleeding a little bit. It's bleeding a little bit for sure. So we'll go over the market. We're going to go over this article. I do think it's interesting. I really, really do. So what I'm going to start doing, just to give you a heads up, although we primarily live stream on our YouTube channel, which is Crypto Siege on YouTube, Crypto Siege on YouTube, Siege is CEEJ, right? So, because my name is actually CJ, but we use CEJ as a play on seizing the crypto, seizing the crypto. So we normally do go live there. So just make sure you go like and subscribe and ring that notification bell. But listen, this news coming out from the former chairman of the SEC with Clayton and Hinman, and I forget the other guy's name. It's just not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. It really is not. Where there's smoke, there is fire. It's not looking good at all. And I don't think this is going away. I said this months ago. I do not think that this is going away at all. I really don't. What's going on, Neil? How are you? It's looking like I'm going to have to delay my retirement siege with the market doing what it's doing. Yeah, Neil. Interesting stuff, right? And that's why we've evolved the channel into DeFi. Because we don't want to be market dependent. We don't want to be dependent upon the ebbs and flows of the market to determine whether or not we're making any money a day. And I promise you, 50 cents a day is better than being dependent upon the ebbs and flow of the market. I always use my story as a great example. Not a few months back. I don't know. When Bitcoin Cash, a month and a half or so back, maybe a month back, when the market was down, Bitcoin Cash was remember the big 50 to 60% pullback in the market? Yeah. So I put some money into assets, right? 20 grand into assets, looking to just double, go from 20 to 40. That's it. Had no clue. Certainly we don't know that the market would go down and even further and continue to stay down. And it's been at least a month. So think about that. That's 20 grand in tied up capital. It's tied up. I made the decision to take 100% of that 20K and put it into the market. I made that decision, not the best of decisions. It's not a wrong decision, but it wasn't the best of decisions. Why do I say that? Because that $20,000 is now less than $20,000, and I can't do anything about it. The wrong move would be to try to take it out, take a loss, right? That's the wrong move. So I'm totally dependent upon the market to get back to where it was at least, and then get back to what I expected it to do, which is for Bitcoin Cash to go from $700 and something to $1,500, just a quick double, because it had got to 1,546. But my point to that is I'm totally dependent upon the market. Whereas if I'm in the DeFi space and I took that $20,000 and I put it into Curve or Polygon.curve.finance to take advantage of the program they got going on there, in the form of stablecoins, I could have deposited $20,000 in stablecoins and make money every single day. And at the end, still have my $20,000. Right? Oh, Neil, you did the same thing. I did the same thing, right? So that's what I mean by being dependent upon the market. And I really do think that this reference and makes more sense in the bull market with the ebbs and flows of a bull market. You know, if we really check the history over the last year, we're up in terms of the digital assets, right? So if we got a portfolio, that portfolio is up in terms, if you look at a year thing, right? Bitcoin Cash, it's up on the yearly. EOS, Zcash, Dash, XR, right? They're all up. But when you come across money, cash, and you want to deploy it in the market during a bull run, I'm thinking that I perhaps should have done 70% in stable coins and 30% in the market. And only subject the 30% to the ebbs and flows, ups and downs of the market. Yeah, that's the lesson learned, big time lesson learned. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not selling anything at a loss without question, but at least I would not have been dependent upon the market and the ebbs and flows and the narratives and anything else, right? The market manipulation, anything that goes on would not be subject to that if I participated in DeFi. And I like that, right? I do like that. And then, because the way I see it is during the bull run, right, with the ebbs and flows and the sideways movements and a whole 9 yards, right? That's different than taking cash and deploying it during a bear market. Because now the bear market, what are we talking? Discounts on digital assets. In a bull run, we're not talking discounts of 60 to 95%, right? It's a different move, I believe, during the bear market, because the market is down and you're getting 60 to 95% discounts. And perhaps you change the ratio from 70% stable to 70% requiring these assets at a discount and 30% in stables, always keeping some dry powder. So it's a very, very interesting lesson. Now, and the reason why I did it, Neil, interestingly enough, is because I had that same mindset for, guess what? Matic, Polygon, formerly known as Matic. Same mindset. I'm looking at Matic, and it's 1.1, 1.2, 1.4 cents. And, you know, we have a few K, and I'm like, what can we do to double the money? I'm going to pick either 4 or 8 different assets, and I ended up going with 4, I think. Yeah, I went up with, in any case, I put 1,000 into Matic, just looking to go from 1.2 cents to 2.4 cents. Now that worked out, right? I mean, Polygon got up to $2 and something. It was 120x. That worked out. This has not. And it's just, it's a timing thing. But I can't let the fact that Polygon worked out so well to negate the lockup that I am currently with my cash flow. In other words, the cash flow is stagnant because of the ebbs and flows of the market. And I'm still equating this this situation to during the bull run, right? During the bull run with the ebbs and flows, ups and downs, corrections and retrace, bull run. And the reason why I say that is because the discounts on Bitcoin Cash is certainly not 60 to 95% of what it was. right? So that's why I'm saying that. So in any case, it's an interesting thing. It's a lesson learned. I certainly have to hodl the 20K in extra digital assets that I put into, 5 different assets or whatever. We ended up, I think, 6 different assets. Nothing I can do now but hodl. But the future cash, right? The future, the next month's cash, this month's cash, the month after that's cash during the bull run. Certainly putting it into DeFi and earn. I don't care if it's 50 cents a day. I'm earning 50 cents a day. And then I'm saving every month, right? If you have disposable cash during the bull run, you got disposable cash every single month that you afford to lose. You put it into the stables like USDC or DAI, and you put it into the DeFi. And then next month you do the same thing. What you're doing is you're accumulating cash for the bear market, and you're still earning your daily rewards every single day. I think perhaps, that's a better strategy. So I'm definitely looking at that as well. I know, right? And that's the challenge, right? Ultimately, that's the challenge. So just some food for thought there for sure. But listen, guys, the word on the street about what's going on with Hinman in Clayton, it just looks bad. I hope news media, someone picks this up and continues to roll with it, because it's an interesting thing. Let me share what I have. I'm not going to go over all of the article, but I do want to share this. It says, breaking exclusive. Did opportunists in the United States cede over to China cryptocurrency like they did the biowarfare technology? Interesting stuff. So we've written extensively on how the U.S. ceded to China biowarfare technology, knowledge, and even money to create a fully operational biowarfare weapon in China. Today, we asked, did the U.S. do the same thing like it did with the biowarfare technology with cryptocurrency? Did the U.S. do the same thing with crypto like it did with the biowarfare technology? While at the helm of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the former chairman, Jay Clayton, made a mess of the digital economy. Clayton's actions in office resulted in stalling U.S. cryptocurrency and blockchain innovations, dampening a burgeoning industry, and enabling China to race out in front. Digital money is here to stay. And instead of making efforts to provide clarity and structure for the future of American-made innovation in this space, Clayton's SEC kept everyone guessing on the rules while picking clear winners and losers amongst the biggest coins. And the challenge is picking the clear winners and losers. But what if Clayton's approach was intentional? What if the lawsuits, the flip-flopping, and the uncertainty all weren't from a lack of knowledge or resources, but rather a well-thought-out strategy to advance his financial interests? Thankfully for us, Clayton and his deputies left behind a factual trail that can provide an opportunity. Well, that's good to know. For a course correction on United States crypto policy, as well as accountability if wrongdoing was indeed afoot. We all know about the lawsuit on the 12th. Clayton dropped an 11th hour lawsuit against crypto innovator Ripple Labs. The announcement of this lawsuit came just 12 hours before Clayton resigned from the SEC. As with other administrators, Clayton may have hoped to file the suit and walk away, never to hear of it again. But his decision to sue Ripple Labs sent shockwaves throughout the crypto community. And after a closer look, it appears Clayton left us clues that point to a larger story reeking of self-dealing and possibly even corruption. Even before he was confirmed in the post in 2017, Clayton had been tagged the most financially conflicted SEC chairman in history. Accusation doesn't equal guilt, but the facts made the label stick. In 2014, Clayton, then partner at the Wall Street firm Sullivan and Cromwell, and William Hinman, then partner at Simpson Thacher, helped Chinese tech giant Alibaba explode onto the New York Stock Exchange. This helped the company with proven links to the Chinese Communist Party better position itself with the world's leading digital payments application, Alipay. For years, the United States crypto industry has been trying to disrupt that digital payment space. Chief among them has been Ripple. The XRP distributed ledger, which Ripple uses for its digital payment solution, had only debuted a year before Clayton and Hinman's, which Clayton's right-hand man at the ACC, helped engineer Alibaba's market debut. Okay. Today's challenge for cryptos is whether they are instrument or currencies. If a crypto coin is labeled a currency, there are different regulations that need to be complied with than if labeled an investment. The industry today is still lacking regulation and definitions for what is a currency and what is an investment. Yeah, so I'm not going to go any further, but basically someone picked this up. Someone picked it up. Someone picked it up. The ties between Hinman and Clayton being linked to Alibaba, which is obviously for Alipay, and how they got them to get into the payment space. Clayton is now back at that firm. That firm and majorly invested in Bitcoin mining, Bitcoin and the mining equipment. The only blessing has come really by way of Bitcoin and by Clayton, and Ethereum by Hinman. That's the only kind of clarification, if any, that we have gotten. United States companies have gotten. It's not a good look for Clayton and the boys. It's not a good look. So he sacrificed, and he always had, to me personally, he always had that fishy, that look about him. All right, Neil, take care, brother. He always had that fishy look about him. Clayton, to me, he always had that kind of fishy. Have a great Father's Day, Neil. Look about him. He really did. He's always kind of had that look, and so that's what it's looking like, and that's what I wanted to kind of bring to you guys today. Again, go check out Crypto Cede on YouTube. Crypto CEJ, one word, on YouTube. So we talk more about the entire digital asset space. We are evolving the channel into DeFi without question on OneSwap.finance, on app.aave.com, on app.sushi.com, on Polygon.curve.fi, earning money every single day, despite the ups and downs and ebbs and flows of the market. This market today is not 2017's market, where we simply buy and hold and secure it on the ledger. This market and going forward is about decentralized finance and how can we create cash flow and hold on to our assets versus liquidating the assets. We've said it on the channel, on our YouTube channel, for months. The 1% of the 1% don't liquidate their assets. They leverage their assets. And one of the best assets that you have is the fiat dollar turned stable coins deployed properly in the market, in which you can earn both on your stable coins and earn in an asset. Currently today, my fiat dollar turned stable coin is on Polygon.curve.fi. I'm earning interest on the dollars in stable coins, USDC and DAI. Yet I'm also earning a little bit of the Curve token, which is an asset with 9 billion in total value locked. I'm earning in Matic or Polygon, which has about 7 billion in total value locked. Those are assets. But I'm taking the fiat dollar stable and turning it into stable coins and deploying on a platform, providing liquidity to a platform. And in return, they give me rewards in the fiat dollars or stablecoin. They give me rewards in 2 assets: Curve, the token, and Matic, the token or coin. So I'm getting rewards in 3 different places. And yet I'm still saving those dollars. If I did it next month and I did it the next month, I would still be saving and I would still be earning in those 2 assets as well. Stable coins and the 2 assets, Curve, Polygon. Pretty cool. And that's the strategy I think works great in the bull market. We'll have to see how we deploy it in the bear. I think it works in the bear. I think we just changed the percentage of allocation. I think in the bull market, we allocate 70 to 80% in stable coins and apply that strategy, and perhaps keep 20%. So if we can find maybe a new project, or if we want to add to our position, to better our cost of entry, dollar cost averaging in, maybe even just dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin and Ethereum with the 20 to 30%. And during the bear market, perhaps we just switch that number around and we acquire we require assets at 70 to 95% discount with 70% of the disposable cash, and we keep 30% for even better discounts, or maybe new projects, maybe an IDO or an IEO. I think it's a good strategy. I'm really looking forward to deploying it. I just got access to some disposable cash. I'm either going to put 80% into stables, or I'm going to do 100% into stables and deploy that. Now, it looks like the asset that I would look to put that 20% is going to be XRP. That's what it's looking at right now. It looks like it's going to be XRP because I can add to the position. It's 70% is a good price. Unless I can think of another asset that I may want to get. Maybe I don't have any exposure to it, like maybe XDC. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's probably better to strengthen my position on what I currently have with that 20 to 30% versus, I don't know. So that's the plan. That's the strategy, guys. I hope that you get on Twitter. Follow John Deaton on Twitter, John E. Deaton. One word, John E. Deaton, Deaton. Learn more about this madness, this messy look and smell to it from the former chairman of the SEC, John Clayton, and his right-hand man, Hinman. It's not looking good. And we got to bring notice. We got to bring attention to the world. We got to bring this to the world. It's not looking good. Hopefully, this country's Congress can get involved, but it's going to take us bringing it to the forefront so that they do. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap up this stream like I do all my streams and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I are already winning. Have a great rest of the day, guys. I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.